Yo, what is up? What is up? What's up? I am back. Welcome back to a brand new episode of ADQ's Renaissance. I've been gone for a minute, but now I'm back with the jump ball. Show me love, show me love, show me love. Show me love, show me love, show me love. What's left of me anyway? Yeah, let's get the long one, man, because I'm about, I'm about to bless y'all's lives. I'm about to bless y'all's lives. Yes. 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 Okay. Now, yeah, I'm a little fool myself. For those of y'all who are watching for the first time, I am ADQ. Yeah, I'm ADQ. I'm ADQ. Those of y'all who are watching for the first time in a long time, yes, I'm still ADQ because I know it's a much smaller ADQ you're looking at. Yeah, during my time away from my podcast, I have lost 118 pounds due to poor diet choices and repeated push-ups. I've gained some of that back, but as you can see, I'm healthy. I'm healthy. I'm healthy. In fact, let's give it up for health. I know, man. I know. Yes. All right. Enough of that. So real quick, why the break? Why the time away? I don't know, man. Cause I got tired of looking in the daggone camera and talking to myself or hoping that people are listening. I'm being transparent. I'm a very transparent guy. Also, I just didn't think I had anything to talk about, but what brought me back to the space was seeing my dude Nico, and how he's pushing his podcast to the men after me. If you want to get some good word and stuff, I highly recommend checking that podcast out. Hearing how long I can draw out a subject in conversation, that brought me back. Me wanting another artistic medium to creatively express myself in addition to the theater, film, the poetry, rapping, you know, my creativity knows no bounds, so it was logically to come back into the podcast space. I am a substitute teacher. Yeah, shout out to substitute teachers. I said shout out to substitute teachers. Yeah, we rock. Anyway, so I had to take time. While doing so, I would tell kids I have a podcast. And that is why. Oh yeah, my bad. ADHD. Um, Kids will take interest in my podcast, listen to it, and for that reason right there, I will no longer be using any profanity or allowing any profanity from any guests on this particular podcast. Not happening. Not happening. We're smart. We don't need profanity make our in order to make our points. You know what I'm saying? So, also, why else did I decide to come back again? Because there's a lot in my soul to talk about, and I just want to share with you, the viewing public. I have 113 subscribers on YouTube, on my Adrian Dion Coral's YouTube channel. I highly recommend, I highly suggest, I highly would prefer that you all also, those of you who are watching, please subscribe to the to the Adrian Dion Coral's YouTube channel. You'll get ADQ's Renaissance. You'll get plays that I directed. You'll get plays and films that I wrote, that I starred in. You'll see me in all my greatness. But for all that, to God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. So the last platform for ADQ's Renaissance was me trying to replicate the Harlem Renaissance. But as time goes on, the more you get deep into your art, you realize, I can replicate the Harlem Renaissance, but I also like to have great conversations with friends of mine who are of different ethnic backgrounds, because I am a people person. I love people. If you are a person, I might love you, as weird as that might come off. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know you from Adam, but hey, I'm going to show you love until you give me a reason not to. So, that's why we're back. We're back. And we will be blessing your airwaves with ADQ's Renaissance every single Monday. Why Monday? Monday mornings. Why Monday? Here's why. I'm going to tell you why Monday morning. Because Monday is by far the most negative, low vibrational day of the week. It's crazy that it comes right after the day where all Muslims and Christians go to church, get the praise on and whatnot. And it's like, yo, don't those praises go into Monday, or do they skip Monday and go right into Tuesday and the rest of the week? So I'm like, no. Let's raise those vibrations and start the week off on the positive, meditative, praiseworthy note. And I believe that this particular platform, ADQ's Renaissance, can very much lend to that, what's the word I'm looking for? Contribute to that. So, Monday mornings, we're going to have something for you. And before I get into what I would like to talk about today on my 159th episode of ADQ's Renaissance, that's right, this is episode 159. 159, bro, 159. Yes. One thing that I'm going to make sure to do every single episode is I am going to talk about the theater! I'm sorry, that was very loud, but I do love the theater. I love the theater oh so very much. The theater. Oh, the theater has half of my soul. That's my male boob, but my soul belongs to the theater. You know, this time last year, my stupid behind was talking about quitting theater. And ever since July of last year, I've been in 5 plays, bro. 5 plays. I want to, man, yo, real quick. I'm going off script, but I want to be like, man, praise God for the theater. And that's also an applause for those who have acted with me, who have performed with me, who have collaborated with me. I am talking about, bro. I am talking about Figures in Blue. Well, hold on. Let me start with the beginning of last year. Fences. Here's Fluffy. Figures in Blue. As You Like It at the University of North Carolina at School of Performing Arts. I was on that School of the Arts stage, son. Dramatist Playground, where me, Dave Burr, who I did daggone Barnum and Second Samuel with, shout out to him. Cindy, Ian Harrison, who needs to get his black on his podcast. Man, Messy Millennials was incredible. Amanda, I've been wanting to work with my homegirl Amanda for the longest. So it was incredible. We did One Crumb at a Time. Every single line from that, I freestyle off the top of my head, improv completely. And also, and then after that, Second Samuel, Triad Pride, give it up for Triad Pride, man, Melissa and all them, and Stephen and all them, everybody who I did that play with, and most recently, Honey, Did You Order a Hit? Oh, no, louder applause. And I would just like to say, at the School of the Arts, I did have a solo. He's far too young. Second Samuel, man, I get a little, I get a little emotional. You know, I'm a Virgo. When I did One Chroma at a Time, One Chroma at a Time, I was playing some type of roach pimp. We were being silly, man. But Second Samuel, I got laughs and whatnot. But at the end of the last performance, a woman, hearing impaired, deaf, can't hear nothing. She walked up to me, gave me a hug, and told me that that almost made her cry. Fast forward, look back a year ago when I was at Fences. I played Uncle Gabe, and a woman whose son is mentally challenged, mentally disabled to some degree. She looked at me and told me that my performance made her cry. So, I give God all praise. And yes, I'm still Team God. I read my Bible and my Quran every day. Well, I try to anyway. But yeah, Second Samuel was something special. Something special. Excuse me. Just the whole experience was incredible. I love it when I get to do crazy, uproarious dramas. Comedies. I love it when I get to do musicals. Musicals are so much fun, man. As You Like It was just an experience that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. Because I'm sorry, I'm ADHD and real bad right now, but ever since I moved to the Triad, I wanted to attend the School of the Arts, but it just never had. I never had the confidence to audition for the School of the Arts. But to now be able to say that I performed on that stage and sang a solo, I don't care if it was He's Far Too Young, I still did it. And to bond with those kids, man, they didn't light a fire in me. A fire that is leading to me, jumping back in the game, keeping my weight right, and even provide y'all with the podcast. So, my life goes far beyond myself performing in it. I'm now, like, I remember George Takei spoke at Guilford College. When I went to Guilford College, I was a theater major, naturally. And he said that he and his husband, they are the type, if they're not at theater, if they're not in a play, they're daggone watching the play. If you see, and there's people locally who are like that. I'm talking about, I'm looking their names up because I don't want to mess up anyone's last name. I have a tendency to do that, and that I don't like that. Because I don't like when people mess up my last name. Make me want to deck them. Okay, so I'm talking about my good friend Tab and fellow Shelby and Tab May, who I would like to get on the podcast one day. Someone who's been on the podcast, Greg Vogelsheimer, and Gary Steyerwalt, who actually played P.T. Barnum when I was in Barnum. I'm just talking about all this theater, but my point is these three people support theater hardcore. You know what I'm saying? You'll find them at a show somewhere. So that's the path that I'm going towards. And as I continue to substitute and whatnot and bond with kids and see what's going on with the theater kids, because when the kid tells me that they're into the theater, I don't want to I'm like, get in that daggone theater and do your thing. So, I would like to tell you all, here's a few shows that are coming up. Sip my coffee. Love my coffee. So first of all, you got The Wiz, which will be taking place over at the Dudley High School Theater over at James Benson Dudley High School. If you don't know the address, it's 1200 Lincoln Street here in Greensboro. Please pull up on that. The performances will be Friday, April. Let's see. Look out right now. Thursday, April 25th, 7 o'clock p.m. Friday, April 26th. Thursday, April 25th, 7 o'clock p.m. Friday, April 26th, 7 o'clock p.m. Saturday, April 27th, 12:01 p.m. And Sunday, April 20. Well, that's it. I'm sorry. That's it. Three performances. So yeah, let's pull up, man. Let's show out in numbers, man. They have a great top-notch theater program over at Dudley High School. I'm hoping that they'll take their theatrical talents either to the School of the Arts, A&T, UNCG, Guilford College, or some drama program nationally or internationally. So shout out to all the theater kids. Shout out to all the theater kids. Let's give a round of applause for the theater kids, yo. And also, another one that's coming up is Something Rotten over at Weaver Academy. Something Rotten. I actually know a couple people in there. I want to shout out to Laney. I want to shout out to Jacob. Yeah. They are in Something Rotten. Let's see. I am skimming on the Weaver page. And let's see. Let's look at that current production. Right now they're doing they've gotten started with Something Rotten. But Something Rotten, it'll be running April 11th through the 13th and April 18th through the 20th. April 11th through the 13th and April 18th through 20th. Yo, let's daggone go and support the kids, all right? Let's support the kids. Because when I was subbing there, they were so excited. And here the address is 300 South Spring Street also here in Greensboro. And that is Something Rotten over at Weaver Academy. I know it's gonna be something dope. I know it's gonna be something sweet. It's called Rotten. Also, yo, my sister, man, Princess. We gotta give a round of this young queen. My sister, Princess. Yeah, I'm waiting for my ticket to pull up. Yo, I got my ticket. You got yours? Ticket to what? Come on. And please subscribe to ADQ's Renaissance. Please subscribe to ADQ's Renaissance. All right, so the name of it is The Hair Journey. The Hair Journey. Yo, my sister, Princess Howell, Princess Johnson. I know it's Princess and Johnson, but I don't want to get her name wrong. And yo, I'm calling her my sister cause Howell Johnson. Sorry. Love you, Princess. Princess Howell Johnson. Shout out to her. Shout out to her husband. Great writer. Shout out to all of them because Princess is putting her whole soul into this. The Hair Journey. It's a ballet, y'all. It's a ballet. ADQ love ballet. There's there's theater in the ballet. So you know what I'm saying. and it's going to take place over at the UNCG Auditorium, 408 Tate Street, Greensboro, North Carolina, 27403, and it will be on April the 23rd, 2024, 7 o'clock p.m. I got my ticket. You need to get yours. All right? Now, mind you, she is doing this independently. Royal Expressions Contemporary Ballet, she's doing this independently. So, yo, gotta give her a round of applause. Gotta give her a round of applause. All right, so now I've drank all my coffee, and now I'm going to drink water. Okay, so it's 18 minutes. It's 18 minutes into this episode of ADQ's Renaissance. I would like to also, those of y'all who are feeling very charitable and very benevolent, I'm a 38-year-old man who has never owned a car or never driven. I'm being really transparent right now. And so a friend of mine has given me the idea of starting. Make sure my mic's plugged all the way in here. All right. A friend of mine has given me the idea of starting a GoFundMe and getting assistance in taking driving lessons and whatnot. Now, this is something that's not easy for me to admit as a 38-year-old man who will be 40 next year. But it's a new goal. So I'm like, hey, let's go for it. So I started a GoFundMe. It's called Please Help ADQ Drive. I share my entire story on it. And if you're feeling benevolent, and if you're feeling like you want to help your brother out, please do. Any amount helps. So far we have secured $708 in funds. The goal is $2,000. So if you want to help me out, I really, really appreciate it. I'll see you on the road. Other than that, hey, pray for your brother. And send well wishes. You know what I'm saying? It's a battle. It's a battle. But me, I'm in the business of overcoming and defeating giants, not getting eaten by them. All right. So, also those of y'all who are like, man, ADQ, you look so different. Yeah, I lost 118 pounds. Feel so much better. I look so much better. Like, I don't even feel like I'll be 40 next year. It's like, I don't know what 40 feel like. I don't know what 40 is supposed to feel like, but I don't feel like it. I don't. So, but I do need to check myself on how much processed food I intake. Like, I switched from popcorn to nuts. Well, nuts and almonds. I've been eating too much. Morningstar, need to cut that out. So, we're working. But that's a whole nother subject for another day. Now, let's focus. Let's laser focus. Let's I know there's a sound effect for laser focus. Yeah, this is it. That works. All right, we're laser focused. All right, now on this comeback episode of ADQ's Renaissance, what I wanted to talk about is something that I cannot stand, something that very much annoys me to the core of my soul. Gossiping. I'm all up in the mic with my lips on this mic saying this from my soul. I hate gossiping. There's so much negative energy that is attached to gossiping, to tea. They call it tea. Now, if you want to talk about the tea, the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song from the Nutcracker, I'm here for it. If you haven't heard it, look it up. The Nutcracker tea. That tea I'm down with. The chamomile tea, how you pronounce it, that either puts me down or cleans me out, I'm down with that. But this gossiping, no, I'm not with that, man, at all. Why? I do get it. And I'm about to get into why I get it. I just hate it. It's so annoying. So, a couple months ago, I was dating a young lady, right? Very, 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 very beautiful woman. Um, you know, great heart. There were things that caused our separation. But, overall great person. Just maybe I wasn't the person for her. We're going to talk about relationships at another time. See, I'm already stacking up new episodes. I remember one. See, a prerequisite to date me, ladies, you have to support my work. Yeah, you have to support my work as an actor. I mean, you have to support my the films and the plays that I act in or direct or write. You have to support my music. You have to support my work. You even have to support this podcast. You have to support my work. So I tell her about the play that I wrote, Time. She asked for a link. I sent her a link. And she asked for a link like 2 more times because her mind was caught up in the infamous Cat Williams Shannon Sharp interview, where Cat Williams went on Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay podcast and bore his soul, his entire soul, cooked almost every single well-known, reputable comedian that I've grown up on and admired. This sent black culture into a frenzy. People were going on social media, I don't know, ideas and theories about why Cat did that. Personally, I think Cat was in a full-fledged Virgo moment. Cat's birthday is like 4 days after mine. We're both Virgo men. And when a Virgo man's had enough, That's just how we are. That's just how we are. Now, you've all seen it. This interview has even made its way into white political spaces. That's how infamous it is. Me, I'm unimpressed with spending valuable time of my day watching a comedian vent to a NFL Hall of Famer on his podcast. Which Shannon Sharp's a great journalist, great. He's on his stuff. But just I'm not here for the tea. And it's like when I would talk to an old girl about my works or what I'm coming up with, I may as well have been Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah. But when I say something about, I don't know, Cat Williams doing a beef song against Ludacris, it's like, hey, I heard you say something about that. And that's part of what kind of turned me off from her. That's what turns me off from a lot of people is tea, gossiping, negative energy. I mean, biblically speaking, it says in the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 29, don't use foul or abusive language. Let everything you say be good and helpful so that your words will be an encouragement to those who hear them. Get rid of all bitterness, rage, anger, harsh words, and slander, as well as all types of evil behavior. Instead, be kind to each other, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, just as God through Christ has forgiven you. And it says so in Leviticus chapter 19, verse 16. Do not spread slanderous gossip among your people. Do not spread slanderous gossip among your people. Do not stand idly by when your neighbor's life is threatened. I am the Lord. That's the NLT translation, New Living Translation. So, biblically speaking, gossip and tea, and I just knocked my microphone off. I'm so clumsy. Biblically speaking, gossip and tea and all of that ain't it. And I would ask, why are we so intertwined with celebrities cooking one another? It is amazing how much people are so defensive of celebrities, bro. It's crazy. Y'all act like if you defend them, then they're going to like give you free tickets to their concerts or shows or whatever, or they'll cash you or something. You realize that these celebrities, listen to me. Listen to me. Look at me. Look at your brother, okay? Look at your brother. He lost a lot of weight. He look great. These celebrities don't give 2/5 of the bee stingers about you. They don't care about you. You can be born, you can live for 30 years, and you can die, and they still wouldn't care about you. So why are you putting so much time into them? You shouldn't. I shouldn't. None of us should. You know what I'm saying? I remember watching an episode of the Boondocks, right? I remember watching an episode of the Boondocks. And it was the episode where Granddad was about to fight Stink Meaner. You know what I'm saying? I think this was like their first encounter. The first Stink Meaner encounter with the Freeman family. Whole bunch of people rallied around. And then the episode paused with Huey Freeman saying, you know, we could all be reading the book right now. But two old black men, one being blind, fighting, drew a crowd. Negativity, I have noticed, draws a crowd. Now, I'm not for promoting drama. I keep my drama on the stage or on film. I don't do drama. I am the type that if you are trying to bring drama into my life, you're dismissed. I'm not rocking with you. You're gone. Bye. Peace. Take your drama and your self-hate and your issues way over there. Cause I've dealt with it long enough. And I'm like, nah anymore, man. Not anymore. So I asked myself, what is it that causes American society? What is it that causes us as black people to feed off of drama? And I asked myself, did this begin on the plantation? Because weren't slaves whipped in front of weren't whippings of slaves, wasn't that around the crowd? Didn't like Willie Lynch tell the slave masters in the Willie Lynch letter to do that? You know what I'm saying? Well, that's where it began. Also, buck fighting. Not buck breaking, but buck fighting. You know what I'm saying? Mandingo. I think it's dingo fighting. Where two slaves fought each other for entertainment. for entertainment of the slave masters. It's kind of like human cockfighting. They're placing bets. What if this whole narrative of black people being so into negativity, what if it started on the plantation? What if prior to the plantation, on the different continents or different places where child slavery was in place, what if we came to that place loving each other, supporting each other, all of that? And then somewhere along the line, when the Willie Lynch letter was introduced, then it's like, now y'all N-words gotta watch each other be humiliated and abused in the greatest manner. And I don't mean great as in good. I mean great as in, like, you know what I'm saying, the level of abuse that was inflicted. Because I do believe, and Dr. Joyce DeGruy wrote a book about this. It's called Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. I do believe that all black people who are descendants of Africans who were enslaved have that inherited PTS, post-traumatic slave syndrome, to some degree. Because we're talking about a 243-year massacre that has greatly affected the lives and the mentality of not only the people who are on the plantation, but their descendants for generations and generations and generations. And in that, what if we just love beating each other down physically and verbally? If you don't believe me, why do we flock in numbers to these Viacom-owned companies? And yeah, I'm talking about VH1, I'm talking about BET. Why do we flock in numbers to watch these modern day minstrel shows that are filled with dysfunction and trauma? Dysfunction and trauma. I once watched Love and Hip Hop and I saw absolutely no entertainment in that. But the next day after we watch it, we want to gossip about it. I don't get it. I do get it. I'm lying. I do get it. And if you're wondering what a minstrel show is, a minstrel show is a type of stage entertainment featuring songs, dances, and formulaic comic routines based on stereotype depictions of African Americans and typically performed by white actors with black faces. It developed in the U.S. in the early and mid 19th century and was widely performed until the mid 20th century, but is now regarded as highly offensive. I will argue that when black people blast and humiliate each other for money, that's a form of minstrelsy. So think about that. Please. You know, I'm not out to change the world. I'm out to put some thought into the world. Think about that. How much are you spreading a generational curse? Because I'm seeing this in the kids. I see it in the kids almost every day. Tea, gossip, N words, B words. It's crazy, man. I try to be like Young Queen, Young King. I always talk positive, except when I'm talking junk about Drake. In fact, speaking of Drake, how about this? See, this is where I think we all should go. This is the route that I think we all should go. People are coming out. My bad. People are coming out, talking junk about cooking, roasting, and whatnot. J. Cole, because he dropped a diss song called 7 Minute Shooter, directed at Kendrick Lamar. because Kendrick said on the Future Metro Boomin song, I forgot the name of it. F the big three, it's just big me. And J. Cole was talking about how he, Drake, and Kendrick are the big three. Well, personally, I think that Drake is not a part of that big three at all. Let me stop. I'm being negative now. I just know that, when it comes to my preference for rappers, Drake is nowhere in sight. But if all I had to listen to was Kendrick and J. Cole for an entire week, I would be fine with that. I would love that. You know what I'm saying? If all I had was every single project by J. Cole and Kendrick to listen to, them talk about their lives, their struggles, their victories, all of that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Born Sinner, which hands first. The Come Up, Friday Night Lights, Forest Hill Drives, Kids on Delivery. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Daggone, For Your Eyes Only. For Your Eyes Only. All of that. All of that. If I had to listen to nothing but J. Cole and Kendrick for an entire week, I'd be fine. I would love that. I would love that. But my point is, J. Cole, in his spirit, in his elevated self, in his positive elevated self that he has attained, he went to his Dreamville festival and he apologized from there to Kendrick for a 7-minute shooter. Because anybody who analytically dissects hip hop like I do, I would listen to it. Sometimes I listen to a song over and over and over, really get what they're trying to say. Or just really listen intentionally on the first try. Cole did not believe not a daggone thing he said in that song about Kendrick. But he kept on talking about how much he loved Kendrick. He was talking about how much he a fan and all that. Cole felt very troubled in his spirit because he went that negative route. Guess what? Cole's a positive person. When you are a positive person, when you are unbothered, you know what I'm saying? You feel bad about confrontations. I know because I'm a positive person. And that's why gossip, slander, it bothers me. Especially when I'm looking at the word and saying not to slander people. So if all of us are walking around here, and I know that a lot of people are defected from organized religion, I get it. But don't defect from God. Trust me, don't defect from God. If you're doing that, then why in the world are you slandering people? Brother Nuri Muhammad, whose book I'm going to quote from in a minute. Brother Nuri Muhammad said the root word of brother is other. I'm looking at you. I see the God in you. You are my other self, brother. I ain't got time to slander you because I'm looking at your kids. I'm looking at your son as my nephew and your daughter as my niece. You are an extension of me and I am an extension too. I am of you. I have no time to roast you, to cook you, to verbally humiliate you because words have power. Even if I knew these comedians that Cat Williams was cooking, even if I knew Kendrick Lamar, I'll be like, yo, those are my brothers. We as black people, we've been cooking each other for far too daggone long. That's what empowered the house slavers, the house Negroes, to have this feeling of entitlement over the house slaves. You heard Malcolm's speech. He broke it down. That's why class, finances, income, titles have come and separated us as black people when really, and I operate from that red, black, and green flag, man, we are one. We are one. But we cannot maintain that mindset. We're going around slandering each other. That's why if I was alive, when Marcus Garvey and W.B. Du Bois were going at each other, I'd be like, hey, man, we need to chill. Because we both have the betterment of black people in mind. That's why when Dr. Umar Johnson and Tariq Nasheed were going at it, I was like, y'all brothers need to chill. Because this is not good for the culture at all. It ain't. In no way, shape, or form. So, I'm not with the tea. I'm not with the tea. The tea is corny. If you are sitting around surfing on social media at daggone 6 o'clock in the morning, trying to look for someone's business to get into, pick up a daggone book and get into your and get some business. Form some business. And I'm sorry if I sound judgmental. I don't mean to. I'm just saying. Tea. The tea. Hey, again, the tune for the Nutcracker or the chamomile tea or whatever tea that'll clean you out or keep you or get you going or whatever, I'm down for. But gossip, no, I'm not. That's why. And that's why me and old girl, I had to see where my time was. You know, I can go on forever. That's why me and old girl did not work out. That's why we didn't work out. So I want to start to wheel this back, bring this down, bring this to a close rather. I mentioned Viacom. One person who distributes tea in their conduct on a regular basis is Mr. Tyler Perry. Now, let me tell y'all this. Tyler Perry is a very, very bright, smart, and ingenious man. I know he could do so much better. I know he could do infinitely better. I'm not even worried about this because I know Tyler Perry. I doubt Tyler Perry is going to ever hear this. But someone who knows someone was to give this to Tyler Perry, I would say this brother can do so much better. Like Diary of a Mad Black Woman is a classic. Medea's family reunion was a bit disturbing for me. You know, seeing them people hanging from the roof. I'm like, man, I'm black, man. That daggone, we black. Well, that should have made you think about lynching, man. I'm just saying. The family that prays. You know, it's like Tyler Perry put on the Afro wig and just let Kathy Bates and Not Lathan and Alfred Woodward do their thing, man. Madea Goes to Jail, both the play and the movie. The play has some beautiful gems in it. Yes, the gems came from a 6'5" black man who was in a dress, but you know what? Hey, man, the gems still came. There was gems there. I'm not gonna sit here and act like as conscious as I try as aware and well thought out as I try to be. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I did not laugh my behind off seeing this same 6'5" black man running down the street screaming Jesus, Jesus, Jesus with Boo. I mean, the acting was bad, but that was so funny. I could do bad all by myself. Come on, man. Did we not get into our feels when Marvin Winans, Gladys Knight, and Taraji P. Henson was singing that I'm over it now? Come on, man. I could do bad all by myself. And when you look at Tyler Perry's performances as an actor and Alex Crawl's Gone Girl, sweet baby Jesus, he killed it in Gone Girl. Vice as Colin Powell, God rest his soul. So Tyler Perry is cultured enough to know that he can do infinitely better than all this tea that he puts into the. I'm like, bro. Marvel, who ran the game into the before COVID. Before COVID, everybody was talking Marvel because of the Avengers movies, because of Black Panther, because of Thor movies, because of all of them. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of those movies were filmed at Tyler Perry's studio. Tyler Perry has a studio bigger than most Hollywood studios, yo. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Perry has taken over the game. Tyler Perry has single-handedly brought the game to Atlanta. Wasn't nobody talking about filming in Atlanta before Tyler Perry came on the scene. And this man, 20 years ago, was sleeping in his daggone car, holding on to a dream and a prayer. Man, that daggone, that deserves an applause, man. Come on. Not this. Come on, man. People are waiting. No, not smattering this, man. Come on, man. For Tyler Perry. I say all that to say, the type of content that Mr. Perry produces, he can do so much better. He can do so much better. Because the more we create for black trauma, for minstrelsy black content, well then creators like Seth MacFarlane and Norman Lear will think that it's okay to reboot Good Times. Have y'all seen the Good Times reboot on Netflix? And yes, Steph Curry is also has a hand in this. Have y'all seen the reboot? I have not. But after seeing the trailer for it, it is a hot mess. And I refuse to invest any moments that I have in my life that I will never get back into watching that. No way, no how. Black people, we can do better. We can do better. Instead of slandering each other, instead of gossiping about each other, let's say great things about each other. You know what I'm saying? Let's say great things about each other. I'm proud of Stephen Brewer, how he is, my brother Sound Doc, how he has grown as an actor, how he's doing his thing, how he is booking gigs left and right, commercials, all of that. I ain't done not one commercial, but he has. I'm proud of him. My brother Nico Williams. I hope these brothers don't mind me shouting them out. His podcast is booming. To the men after me. Campus Passover at Mercy Hill Church. You know what I'm saying? Dude loves the Lord so much. Great actor. He put his acting career on the side burner to serve God. I think that is something very, 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 very much praiseworthy. My brother Tony Browley, you know what I'm saying? That man can act. That man can act like I could blink. You know what I'm saying? He is gonna be a Tony, winning a Tony and an Oscar in the same year. That is in his future. I can see it because he got it. He got it. I'm all for praising brothers, not worshiping brothers, praising brothers, and that's just an example. So I'm going to transition button because I've vented enough. This wasn't a vent. This is an artistic happening. Where are you? Okay, there we go. Now we're going to transition. Yo, come on, technology, work with me here. All right, you're fired. By the way, before I go on, there has been this weird thing happening where that happened in past episodes where I would have where there would be this thing next to me while I'm talking as if there was another person in the conversation, but it was me by myself. I don't like it. Riverside, you better not have that in this episode. If you do, then I'm not using Riverside no more. Okay? Yeah, gone. Crazy out here. I would like to say Ramadan Mubarak to all my fellow to not to all my fellow, I'm not Muslim, but if you are Muslim, I love you. Ramadan Mubarak. One day I'm going to participate in Ramadan. This one book I'm working on, Message to the Black Man in America. Yeah, heck yeah. Um, How to Eat to Live. I haven't gotten into this yet, but I'm going to get into it. And boom, the Mathematics of the Mind by Brother Nuri Muhammad. Now, in lieu of what I've been talking about, and in lieu of starting your Mondays off on a positive note, I'm going to read this page. It's page 29 from Nuri Muhammad's Brother Nuri Muhammad's new book, The Mathematics of the Mind, and this is from the chapter called Thoughts, Electrochemical Energy. Check me out. Every day we wake up, we are faced with one or two choices: make moves or make excuses. When we go through trials, sometimes we like to deceive ourselves into thinking that my trial is so unique that no one would ever understand what I am going through, nor has anyone ever gone through what I am going through. This particular verse has always recalibrated my thinking and kept me from crossing over into the victim role slash mode. 1 Corinthians 10:13. The temptations in your life, I know different from what other experience. And God is faithful. He will not allow the temptation to be more than you can stand. When you are tempted, He will show you a way out so that you can endure. Dear brothers and sisters, no matter what has happened and what has been done to us by others, we have one choice. We can either become wise or we could become wounded. When we become wise from it, we operate with more power than in the present. When we become wounded, we become handicapped by what has happened, operating with less power in the present to make what we want happen. What feeds the brain is physical exercise. Bow! Sorry, didn't mean to scream in y'all's ears, but Mental exercise, social interaction. Social interaction, what does this mean? Social interaction refers to how well we get along with people. According to the scriptures, when God completed creating the universe, sun, moon, stars, planet, creatures, etc., He called all these things a glory of God. When He created men, He called us the glory of God. This is the definite article that means the supreme, the top, the greatest, the best, the most. So the supreme creation that should be handled with the most care and sought after to be in communion with should not be found in the things of this world. But the beings of this world are brothers or sisters. And I'll leave it right there. Mathematics of the Mind, I highly recommend it. I got it off of Amazon. You get it off of Amazon. The Mathematics of the Mind. And just to close this out, I do agree with what he says. I exercise every day. Again, I lost 118 pounds. Kind of relapsed a little bit, but now I'm going for 30 pounds, trying to lose 30 pounds. And people have told me that I am an inspiration. I would tell you that on this Monday morning, the day where a lot of society decides to be negative, I would tell you that how you feel comes down to a choice. I've been going with it. I've been going in and out with this myself. Do I have negative thoughts? Yes. But do I choose to let those negative thoughts control me? I try my best not to. Our brain is like a computer, but we decide how we wire it. I would say in order to get your positive energy up and going, man, surround yourself with positive stuff. T ain't one of them. T's not one of them. In fact, another thing, if you start your day listening to R&B music, you already screwed your day up. Because what does R&B mean? Rhythm and blues. What do blues mean? It means I'm talking about how sad I am. You can't start your day talking about how sad you are. Listen to some meditation music. Listen to some worship music, some gospel music. Listen to some instrumental music. But whatever you do, do not listen to something that's going to bring your energy down, especially at the beginning of the daggone day. You have to make that decision. Hurt people do hurt people, but hurt people do not have to hurt people. It's all decisions. And we're adult enough, or at least we're cognizant enough to know to be able to tell the difference between a good decision and a bad decision in which to act upon. That being said, I'm going to end my time right here. This has been ADQ's Renaissance. I'm back and I'm back and I'm back and I'm back. Thank you all for listening. Tune in next week for more power. I look forward to it. Please, if you like this, like, share, comment, subscribe, or do one of those things. All right? Peace.